What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Sly Geordie, and welcome back to some more F1 25 driver career mode for the British Grand Prix of Season 4. But if you missed last episode at the Austrian Grand Prix, yeah, a very bizarre turn of events, and in fact, the events from Season 3 turned out to repeat themselves. Was it? Yeah, it was Season 3. Basically, the AI did this thing where they stayed out on inters in what looked to have been dry conditions. In reality, the game completely bugged out or whatever, and they just stayed on inters for the whole race and were quicker than me. Even though I'd gone onto mediums in dry conditions, it was just this whole fiasco that clearly did not feel like real life at all, right? Like, it was just broken. I ended up making an actual video on it, which I uploaded just a few hours ago. It hasn't got many views. I don't think it will pick up many views, as F1 25 isn't exactly the trendy game anymore, but I'll keep the footage in my archive just in case it still exists by the time the 2026 DLC comes out and more people will be watching, you know, F1 2026 content, so or at least F1 25 content with the 2026 DLC. So moving on ahead, we managed to still get a P6 out of that and still outscored Lando Norris and only finished one place behind Charles Leclerc. So the only thing we really lost was that we've gained another title rival, as Oscar Piastri has jumped up from P4 to P2 and is actually in the driver's fight. You know, I think I was saying at the beginning of last episode that I don't think he was in the fight anymore. And then, you know, Norris and Leclerc have bad results as well as myself, and suddenly Piastri is right back in it. So things are starting to get really, really interesting as we get closer to the halfway point of the season. I think Spa weekend will be halfway through the season. Like, after the Spa sprint, that will be halfway through the season. So we're getting closer and closer to that, and we've got Silverstone next, which is a pretty important race for myself, of course, as it is the home race, but of course it is also the home race of Williams, and we have a metric fuck ton of upgrades coming in to this race. So that might honestly make us the best car on the grid with the amount we've got. I mean, it is mostly minor upgrades. In fact, it's all minor upgrades, so it might not push us as far in front as it might do. But I mean, all those added up might just total to like 2 major upgrades. I don't know. We'll see as we now skip ahead. But of course, yeah, we've got to hope that they all come in, and a lot of them should, as a lot of them are failures from previous race weekends.
Okay, mate, I'm pleased to say that our new parts have come through without any issues.
It's a good
so
start.
On the car, ready for the next race weekend.
And we've got some new stuff now ready. In fact, Science is already working on... Oh, no. We've got this one coming in one day. We've got an ultimate part here, the streamlined suspension arms that wouldn't arrive until 4 weekends from now. So I'm not sure if those would be worth it. We've got some... Yeah, everything... I mean, everything else needs to come in first, it seems. Because we've got ERS cooling, ECU, like... There's nothing really else to purchase, so I guess we've got nothing else to do but skip ahead. The tertiary wing flaps unfortunately failed, so we're going to have to get that developed once more. That will come straight after this weekend, so it's not the worst thing in the world. That's absolutely fine. Next up is ERS cooling for the powertrain, which has arrived, and the MGUH improved materials, which has also arrived, and the ECU upgrades. So some big upgrades going into this weekend. I don't know how good we are going to be in the grand scheme of things. We're going to have to like go to the weekend first, and then we shall see from there. So there we go. My hair's recently been washed, so it's a little bit less unruly than it was yesterday. Complete the weekend with no more than 2 collisions. Yeah, we could try that. Sure. Finish in a better position than your teammate in quali, or achieve a position of 5th or better. I'm really hoping we can actually get a win this time. This is the last home Grand Prix of the season, so this will be our final opportunity to do it in this series, because this is the final season, of course. Complete 16 laps during a race weekend. I mean, that will count for towards the race as well. So, all right, and then Complete 3 practice programs during a race weekend. We can do that. I'm sure quick practice might still count for that. But here we go. Round 7 of the F1 World Championship. And we are back at Silverstone Reverse. I did forget to mention that we are once again doing the reverse variant. I heavily prefer it over the normal variant. In fact, I'm not looking forward to actually doing the normal variant again, to be quite honest. And we'll replace it pretty quickly once we reach F126 DLC. Looks like we've got rain in qualifying. That's interesting. Intermediate conditions, it looks like, and the race looks like it will be fully dry, so that's good at the very least. Looking at the R&D now, we are the second best team on the grid now. McLaren have brought in upgrades for this weekend as well, so we would have been still behind them. But we are getting closer and closer, even if McLaren are bringing in those upgrades. There's only so much upgrades they can bring in before they run out of stuff to be able to upgrade. And, you know, but I guess the more things you upgrade, the more ultimate parts you unlock. There are a lot of aerodynamic upgrades to get compared to chassis, powertrain, and durability, which had all got reset. But yeah, we can start doing these as well. But I don't care so much for durability as much as these ones. We've got a minor powertrain upgrade there. We've got a major one here, which is rotor speed, which could be a pretty important one to get. In terms of the chassis, we're still waiting. I think we need requires monocoque structure, so we're still waiting about 4 days for that. The chassis is the part of the car that needs improvement the most. So there's that. Right, I'm going to check the audio for the stream. Okay, yeah, we're good. Right. Without further ado then, it is time to head into free practice one around Silverstone. Looks like we've got no track acclimatization, so it looks as though we're probably just doing race strategy. But I'll try and do 3 laps on the hards as well, because I always like doing that anyway.
It might not be race day yet, but you wouldn't know it from looking at the stands. The fans are out in force. It's practice time here at Silverstone.
All right, here we go. Thank you to everybody who watched the stream yesterday. I think I hit my record number of viewers on that stream. It's crazy. All right. Yeah, we're gonna go out on the hards first, and we'll put the fuel load down.
We're going to be logging some extra data.
I'm only doing
this
3
session.
laps, so
Nothing
we'll
you need to worry
put
about.
5
But as we have some
laps
new
of
parts
fuel
on the
in.
car, we'll just confirm they're performing to spec.
All right. Well, let's test them now.
Under our belt.
Here we are then. So I'm looking forward to Silverstone this time. I didn't really mention it because we had so much other stuff to talk about. But the last person who won here in our career mode was Carlos Sainz in the Williams. And now we are in the Williams. So I'm feeling quite confident about my chances this season compared to any other season. I would really love a win around Silverstone, that is for sure. But yeah, let's get ourselves used to the track. Feels a lot better than the Aston did last season, that is for sure. Right, first proper lap, we'll do 3 laps I think. But we'll also push on the in-lap as well, like we did on the out-lap. Just to stress test the tyres. There's a lot on the front right already. .129.1, let's see if we can't beat that, or at least get near it. Probably not though, with the amount of tyre wear we've got already, by the way. Jesus. And this is on the hards. Silverstone's always been pretty harsh. I think we're looking at a 2-stop here. We tried a 1-stop around here before and I'll probably never do it again. So, it's absolutely going to be a 2-stop. Clumsy there, lost a couple of tenths. 3 people watching, what's up guys? Alright, and this will be our final lap on the hards. To be fair, we're not that much slower than our fastest lap, even with 20% wear. In fact, we're going quicker. .129.1.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Alright, let's get back to the pits. only just made that. Alright, well there you go. Not bad. Okay, hards felt good. I mean, the car feels good, but there's a lot of tire wear on that front right, so I'm not entirely sure how to feel about it, to be honest. Don't think Sainz has gone out just yet. Anyway, let's fit on the mediums now. And we'll skip ahead 5 minutes, and then we'll do race strategy. Sainz has now just gone out. We'll see what kind of lap he sets. .129.7. Okay, not too bad. Only ones seemingly close to us are Charles Leclerc and Lando Norris right now. We're about to go out on mediums though, so it might look a little different. Let's do flying lap. Get some wear on the tyres. Just want to see where everything's at, to be honest. Alright, 4%. We're starting with 4%. Okay. Antonelli's gone quickest on the softs, though. I'm going to be a little bit more nimble than we were on the hards. So, let's see what kind of times we can set. Ooh, that was a rough corner. 11% on the rears after that, Jesus. And this is why we'll do a two-stop. Because, I mean, this is just from a few corners. Sector 1, which is usually Sector 3, is so taxing on the tyres. Everything from Cops onwards is... or Cops backwards, rather, on the actual Silverstone track, is so harsh on the tyres. Everything Cops onwards on reverse is not too bad at all. It's just everything else. We've gone 2/10 quicker than our quickest lap time. Three people watching, what's up guys? Oh wow, still about 2/10 slower than Antonelli. We've gone a lot quicker around here though. Bit of a bumpy ride there. 5 people watching, what's up guys? Hey, what's up sad retailer? I was wondering when you were going to show up. Welcome back bro. Look at how much tyre wear we've got from just 2 laps, not even that. Insane. Definitely a 2-stop. I think it might be the only race we do that requires a 2-stop. Everything else is a 1-stop. At least on 35% anyway. I don't really remember 50%. I know we did like 2 seasons of it, but Season 2 especially had episodes that were like far apart. Had a fever of 39 degrees. Fucking hell. That's crazy. I hope you got a fan in your room or something then. I always have a fan in my room. Yuki Tsunoda's gone quickest on the softs. I think he's right behind me actually. Okay, that corner went a little better. We'll see how things go. Last season we ended up finishing P3, Charles Leclerc P2, and Carlos Sainz P1 in the Williams though. So that's a good sign for us. We've got mocks tomorrow and I'm feverish with a side of flu or a cold. Jesus. Good luck with that, buddy. I'm sure you'll do alright if you try. As long as you try, you should be okay. As in, like, you should be proud of yourself for trying. Not saying you'll pass if you try. I knew I weren't going to pass, but I at the very least tried. So I'm happy enough with that. And I ended up passing what I needed to pass later on anyway. I mean, I'm seeing your messages just fine. I was going to say I was bedridden for the past 9 hours. Crazy. I've just got a new medication, so I've been dealing with that for the first time. Makes my body feel a lot more tired. But we're still streaming, baby. We're still streaming. We're keeping it going. I'm not like exhausted or anything. It's just my body really. I'm physically tired. But everything to do with my head feels fine. So, you know, I'm not gonna fall asleep while playing this or whatever. New medicine always makes you feel ill for a day or two. I wouldn't say I feel ill. Very drowsy, but I'm not ill. Man, it's so weird that I can actually kind of make it through that corner now. I know, I can remember in Season 1 that shit was impossible. And then it got even, like, it was pretty bad with the Aston, but... Reverse isn't so bad. Because it's at the beginning of the lap and you can spend the rest of the lap playing catch up. Did the upgrades come through? All but one, but they're all minor upgrades anyway. We are now the second best car on the grid. Still a ways behind McLaren, but not that it's really mattered this season, let's be real. We've done pretty well this season. We got a healthy enough lead, even though last time out should have extended our lead, but you know, you all know what happened there. And just like that, practice is done.
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
It's always nice having new upgrades. You may not feel it, but you know it's there. Absolutely. Definitely felt that with the Aston Martin last season. It was a pretty good car, especially in the second half of the season, barring a couple of races. It's how we caught up, and at one point we were within 2 points off of the championship leader. It's a shame that when we did catch up, everything fell apart from there for the next couple of races, and then there was nothing we could do. We were just out. So weird, man. We went from within 2 points to just completely out of the championship in just 2 races. Well, not really in just 2 races, but it may as well have been with how consistent Leclerc was in the throughout the whole season. But look at that tyre wear. That is just from like 7 laps. Crazy. Definitely going for a 2-stop in the race. That is for damn sure.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
68% wear on the front right. That's crazy. That's insane. Look at how much wear we've got on the front right, man. That was one of the big things graphically that F125 added. Like, it dropped last gen, and then we were able to get like proper texturing on worn tires. That's just so cool, man. Like, it's really normal now, but when we go back to like F123 and 24, whatever, and do any long races, and the tires don't do that texturing thing, it's gonna be so weird. I was gonna say that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with YouTube, man. YouTube's a very weird platform. I do wish there was an alternative. But I don't like Twitch. Twitch is horrible. I hate Twitch. I don't like how it works neither. I think the algorithm, even though it is incredibly inconsistent on YouTube, I have more chance getting new viewers on here than I do on Twitch. Like, on here, I can play any game whatsoever, and I have to rely on my title and whatever thumbnail to actually, like, gain viewers, whereas on Twitch, it's like, it's done by categories of games, and so, like, you'll just, if you play any popular game, you'll just get lost in the shuffle, you know, and if you play any old game, nobody's watching it, right? So, you know, YouTube, at least I've got the chance of, like, landing on somebody's recommended. On Twitch, it feels like someone's got to actively be searching for your kind of content, you know, which is a little unfair on, you know, people like me, I think. I don't know, that's just how I see Twitch anyway. I very much prefer YouTube. I did try Twitch at one point, I think about 4 years ago? I think 2022 was 4 years ago, right? It fucking awful. I tried it for a month, and I don't think I gained many followers in that time, so I don't know. My account's probably still on there. My account's probably still on Twitch, but I don't even have it linked on here anymore. Oh, nice. There we go. So we don't have to do FP3. That's good. Saves the engine. You landed on my recommended. Yeah, I mean, that's why I do it on YouTube, because I at least have the chance. Even though the YouTube algorithm is quite mean to me, I think. I don't get recommended nearly as much as I would like, but it's better than Twitch. So, I can't complain too much. I can complain, but not in comparison to YouTube's rivals, right? Like, I can't even stream on Kick, for example, and I probably wouldn't anyway. I don't like that company. I say that as if I like Google, right? But, you know. Right then. So we've just got qualifying now, but we have now got exactly 1,000 R&D points, so we can upgrade something else. We could also save them, so we could level up rotor speed or the reshaped combustion chamber. We might go rotor speed because, oh wow, look at that, it's a major ERS part. And we could get that before Spa, which would be very, very useful, especially considering I'm turning the difficulty up for that particular race. So I would love to have a really big upgrade to the ERS in particular for that race. We've got 300 R&D points now. Streaming on TikTok is a gamble because either you have over 1,000 followers or I don't know. I would not use TikTok to save my life. I do not like that app. Complete brain rot. No, thank you. Yeah, looks like I can't. Looks like everything else from now on is about 1,000 R&D points. So looks like we'll be saving it now. Without further ado, let's get into qualifying for the Silverstone Reverse Grand Prix. This is on intermediates, so I have no idea how this is going to go.
Welcome along, everybody, to a venue that was built for speed. Once an airfield, now one of the finest racetracks in the world. It's qualifying day here at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix.
All right. All right. Yeah, put that right down. Oh, it saved my fuel load from practice. I think it's because, oh, that might be it. I think it has the default setup of like 2 point, like whatever, how many laps, or I don't fucking know. Actually, I'm not gonna try. I don't know. I feel like I've had this problem for so long that it's not what I think it is, and so it wouldn't matter if I said it anyway. Okay, let's go.
All set, we're ready to go, so let's get the car out onto the track.
I don't think having a charging plus hot laptop in my lap is a good idea while having a fever. Oh, hot laptop. Keeps deleting your messages? I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how to help you with that. 7 people watching. What's up, guys? I mean, try not putting any words that could be profanity, I guess. I have changed my chat filter to allow that. Well, whereas I can see that, I mean. At least on my phone. it always shows up on my screen here, regardless. But we're back on Inters. We should have stayed on them in Austria. At least that's what the game said anyway. But we'll see how this goes around Silverstone. We've had intermediate conditions around Silverstone before, and we've done okay. I think actually the one race that we had around Silverstone, I'm pretty sure was on Inters. Alright, bunch of cars ahead of me. That's not nice. Doesn't let me say a 3-word which has about 300 meanings. Alright, let's do this. First lap of qualifying on the Inters. I think I'm going to follow the same strategy as I usually do, and that's to use a bit more ERS towards the start. Oh my god. That's not a good start. We'll redo that. Okay. Yeah, I tried to go a little bit deeper on the racing line, but I don't have nearly enough grip, so we'll forget about that. Right, and then ERS out of this little section. And then ERS out of here as well. 139.2. Let's see how close we can get to that. Bit slippy on the curb there. It's not been the perfect lap. Maybe we've used a bit too much ERS. Yeah, we definitely have. So this lap is in the bin. I'll jot it down to medium just to see if we can save a little bit more, but deploy's used and it's using none, which means that's cost us a lot of time, but looks like we went quick enough anyway. We definitely were losing a lot of time towards the end of that. I don't know how we are compared to the other drivers, but let's have a look, shall we? We've got a 138.1.
Piastri's behind.
Right, it ain't showing me. Usually when you... I remember in the older games it would tell you.
You're in first position, front of the pack. Okay, so the current fastest lap, 1 minute 38.1. And we're in front of Piastri, Tsunoda and Russell.
Yeah, but can you tell me their times?
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
I don't want to have to pause the game and look at the race director every time. Aston Martin looking quick though in these conditions. Both Tsunoda and Albon with top 4 placements. Piastri not too far behind us. Just as I said he has been dog shit in my career mode, he is back in the title fight. Or rather, he's in the title fight at all. Like, it's crazy, he's back.
Less than 1 lap of fuel left now, the tank's pretty much empty.
Yeah, we're on low fuel mode now. But it's fine, we're only around the corner. Ooh. Been trying to open my Haribos, but I can't. Just get some scissors on it, bro. That's what I do. How many people was that then? 8 people watching. What's up, guys? Alright. I'm surprised we're actually leading in intermediates. I wouldn't have been surprised if we were leading on the dries, considering how good Williams were around Silverstone last season. Sainz took a very dominant win around here last season. But in intermediates, I'm definitely surprised. I felt like it was a decent lap in terms of our ERS usage up until like the end. I think we used a bit too much. And we also slipped on that curb at one point, but still ahead. Of course, the likes of Leclerc and Norris have not done their laps yet. But we're a second ahead somehow. What? Okay. That is that's something. We love the inconsistent difficulty of F1 25. We don't. This is... what on earth is going on? I am somehow a second ahead. I have no idea how that is. Maybe it's because of the amount of ERS I used at the start, but... you know what? We'll go with it. Why the fuck not? We're a second ahead. I'm not even going to set another lap. And we'll see what happens. Yeah, we're fine.
With qualifying complete, all that remains now is the main event.
They got close.
Uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow.
To be fair to them,
you join us then.
2 tenths. They were 2 tenths off of me, so that still looks all right. But being a second like ahead of them to start with is crazy. But yeah, ended up being 2 tenths. I can't imagine we would have gone faster. I think the conditions more or less. I don't know. From the looks of it, they stayed the same, but I don't know. But it looks like we've got Piastri and Norris up there. The Astons have both done well. Unfortunately, Sainz is only P9, even though he won last season, so that's a bit unfortunate. But yeah, we've got the 2 McLarens chasing us. I don't know where Leclerc is. I didn't actually look. Oh my god, Leclerc's down in P11. Okay. So it looks like we've got no more Super Charles Leclerc. He's nowhere near as good as he was last season. those new regulations definitely hurt him, that's for sure. And the Ferrari strategy as well was very odd at Canada. Alright, well, we've only got the race, and it's 18 laps in the dries. Probably going to be a two-stop, judging from the tyre wear. And even if they tried to get me to do one lap, I'm not going to do it because Season 1 was an absolute disaster when we tried that. So it will be a two-stop no matter what. Even if we end up finishing like P4 or something, you know, I'd rather have that than have to really save tyres towards the end and end up losing like so many positions to the point I'm not even scoring points anymore. It's just not worth it. I'm not going to do that at all. So yeah, hopefully the two-stop is quick, like at least nearly as quick as the one-stop would be. We'll have to find out.
Welcome everyone as you join us at a former Second World War aircraft base, now converted into one of the great motor racing tracks. Britain is one of only
I don't think this is going to be quite as crazy as that one was.
The Formula One World Championship,
or broken, should I say.
Continue. This is Silverstone, and this is the British Grand Prix. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. The rookie lines up on pole position, and Oscar Piastri completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Norris, Mayer, Yuki Tsunoda, and Ocon, Albon, Colapinto, Hulkenberg, and Charles Leclerc.
Someone's took a penalty.
Jackson, Liam Lawson, and Gasly, Antonelli, Behrman, Gabriel Bortoleto,
Sainz,
and Carlos Sainz.
No!
Russell and Zane Maloney rounds off the grid. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. And alongside me in the commentary box, my old friend, Anthony Davidson. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say, they've got the better of them more often than not.
Yeah, they have, and it's, you know, rule
no
number
sweat.
one, beat your teammate. They're the one that share the same...
Every team I join, my teammate becomes awful for some reason.
From race to race, and depending on who has which style, but essentially they're your barometer, the yardstick. If you can beat them, that's the first job you have to do, and it looks like it's going their way, doesn't it? And they need to carry on this momentum, this energy through the rest of the season.
Real, unless they're already good. I don't know, man. Like, I've had teammates like Sainz, of course, Russell.
Like any other race. Let's not make any unnecessary risks, please.
It just, they're always bad for me. Alright, looks like they want us to do a softs to mediums strategy, man. I don't trust the one stop. I just don't trust it. Is there anything I can do, right? I mean, we are on 35% now, so it might actually not be as bad. We're not on 50% now, so we could actually do a one-stop. I don't even remember what did we do last season. I'm going to have a look. I'm going to have a quick look at what we did last season. Where is it? Let's have a look. How far ahead do I have to go? I think we did a softs to hards. Yes, okay. We did a softs to hard strategy last time. So, I think we'll go with that again, because that got us a P3 in a season that we were struggling with, to be fair. So, I think we'll just go with the same strategy in a car that we are no longer struggling with, and we're also on pole position, so we'll stick with it. I believe they will try and get me to pit a lap early, so we'll probably end up coming in at lap 7 and then doing 11 laps, but we'll see what we can do. We'll try and push for 8 laps, but if the team suggests it, I am pitting, because we're on softs, man. Alright, we've got both McLarens behind us. Definitely going to be a little bit difficult. But at least we're on pole position. in what is a pretty narrow first couple of turns. So if there's any fighting going on behind, we're not going to be part of it. That's the best thing about being in pole position. We got clean air. Dirty air is pretty vile around this particular corner, but again, as long as we're on pole position, we're in clean air. That's the main thing. And we've got really, well, I was going to say we got really quick one lap pace, but that was on inters, so it could be a very different story in the dry. We're making everyone suffer with the dirty air. The AI doesn't suffer nearly as much. They will try and stick to the racing line no matter what. And then they got that AI acceleration anyway, so even if they do get impacted by dirty air, it's heavily negated. Not nearly as bad as it is for us. Ten people watching, what's up guys? Hopefully Sainz can recover from that P18 that he's taken penalties for. Of all places, why Silverstone? I mean, at least he's not doing it for Spa. If he could get a good position at Spa, that'll be interesting. I'm excited for that episode, to be fair. I always am excited for Spa. That is easily my favourite track on the calendar, always has been. Alright, here we are.
Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get good launch as the race starts.
Yeah, don't fall asleep, bro.
Keep an eye on the lights, the start sequence will
Although you might if we end up running away with it, like Imola in Canada. But if it's more like, yeah, if it's like Canada, you're probably going to fall asleep. Here we go then. Can we finally get a win in our home race in F1 25? Let's find out. It's lights out and away we go. Piastri, pretty good start for him. But he's not going to make a move in turn one. Don't go too quiet, I beg. I mean, we'll see. If there's nothing to say because we're so far ahead, then I'm not going to say much. I'll just focus on the driving. Oh, pretty bad start for Norris. He has lost the position to Cali Mayer, so it looks like it's just going to be me and the man who's P2 in the championship, our career-defining rival, according to the game, Oscar Piastri. Let's see what we can do then. So, I feel like we're absolutely going to be at a disadvantage in terms of tyre wear, so I'm going to save as much battery as I can to combat that. Otherwise, we're going to be at a pretty big disadvantage. Well, we're already 2 seconds ahead of the guys behind us. Again, I don't want to use too much. Piastri will get DRS at some point, so again, we will have to fight him. He's going to try and make a move here. Oh, he's going to... Oh. Why did he try and make a move there? What happened there? Wait. Oh, okay, where am I supposed to go? Like, come on. I'm just sticking to the racing line, which I'm entitled to. I don't know, man. I feel like that's fair that he crashed, but I'm going to give him the extra chance anyway. I'll just go a little bit to the left this time. Yeah, there you go. Right, we'll keep saving ERS. If Piastri does that again, and he crashes out, I'm not giving him the second chance. I didn't know whether that was my fault or not, so just in case, I decided to flash back anyway.
DRS now enabled. DRS enabled.
So yeah, but this is going to be a lot of ERS saving, a lot like Imola in Canada, where we started on pole and we were just wanting to maintain the lead. Unlike those, however, we have a guy that's got DRS now, so Definitely going to be a bit of a bother, that's for sure. Especially on this straight. See what we can do. Lovely. Saved a little bit of DRS doing that. We'll put hot lap back on. He's going to get DRS again. Like, he's going to get a lot of speed. I'm going to stick to the inside here. A lot of this is just getting out the toe as well. Piastri's making a move down the inside while I'm trying to save VRS. I respect it. Drivers behind us are now catching up, which is actually a good thing. If we can get Piastri under some pressure, perhaps we could use that to our advantage. So we'll just slow the pace down, control this race. We'll pace the field. Why is Piastri cooking all of a sudden? I mean, he got lucky last time out because everything that happened there. Alright, we are going to run out of ERS very soon. How are we doing in terms of tyre wear? Not awful. I think because of the way we're driving, we're actually able to save more ERS as well. Not ERS, help the tyres a little bit more. Because we're driving a little bit more conservatively and not hard at all. I'm switching the RS off, see what happens. I've got the inside, so we should be okay. Callie's doing pretty good. In fact, they've all caught up now. 13 people watching, what's up guys? Right, we're doing really, really good. As long as we've got enough ERS to fight him down what I think is the hangar straight, we should be fine. The moment Piastri passes us on the hangar straight, it's over, because if we go through Maggots and Beckett's, or in this version, Beckett's and Maggots, it's over. Because we're going to get so much fucking dirty air. Oh my god. So I tried to turn that corner while at the same time turning off my ERS. I do not want to take him off track. I'd feel pretty bad if that happened. He's going to try and overtake me through cops. That is not happening, mate. Yeah, Piastri's coming under pressure from Cali Mayer now. Or at least he should be, but he seems pretty quick. We're just defending really hard. And slowing down the field. I think there's a massive group of DRS trains behind us. We'll move over to the inside. Make sure Piastri doesn't try any dive bombs. But we're hitting the same numbers of ERS every lap, which is great because that tells me we have enough to make it.
Seeing a lot of tire deg.
There we go, told you that would happen.
If you want to take a look at it.
Right, so they're going to tell me lap 7. Lap 6 on the mediums, they say. No thanks.
Understood. Copy that.
Right, okay. I thought they were going to do the smart thing. In my mind, lap 7 pitting on the hards is going to be the best idea. I do not want to go on the mediums because I want to push hard. I don't want to be driving like this the whole race. Ah! What are you doing? What is he? Where does he expect me to go? Look, I'm clearly trying to turn right, and he's trying to make a move through fucking Beckett's. That's... What an idiot, bro. I swear, this AI is suicidal sometimes. They will try some really stupid moves. Right, come on, I've given you so much space there. There we go. Right, we should probably try spending a bit more ERS on that straight. Just to make sure nothing like that happens, where Piastri tries to go for some silly move and then I can't turn the car. But yeah, we're doing really well.
You should be feeling the effects of some tyre wear soon, so stay on your toes.
Really hoping Cali can make a move on Piastri at some point. Then if they start fighting, we could maybe push for a lap to try and drop them.
We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
Alright, good shit, good shit. Hey man, you can always fall asleep and watch tomorrow. I won't stopping you. That's not happening, Piastri. I think Tsunoda's just made a move for P5. I don't know. I haven't looked at P5 in a minute. I live by code. Alright, bro. Right, I don't want to take this pressure too much longer, and we don't have to, because we can pit on the next lap for hards, and then push till the end. I'm doing really good with the battery.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Right, tyres looking pretty harsh at this point. I do not want to go over 80%. We're going to have to anyway. Alright, put that back on. Piastri is going to go down my left for some reason.
Dangerously high levels of
yeah, can I go on my fucking screen so I can put my ERS back on?
Okay, mate, we're seeing a lot of tyre wear in the data. Please focus on looking after your tyres.
Yeah, can you not interrupt my MFD? Keep current.
Copy that.
I already said I'm boxing this lap. Stop pissing me about, man. It's like I got the Ferrari engineer right now. Green flags. Oh, yellow flags behind, I mean. Could be an engine failure for somebody. Yep, 79% tyre wear. Absolutely time to come in. This might be the exact same strategy that we were doing last season. There we go.
Okay, don't worry about that target for now.
Very so squeaky. Man, shut up. How old are you? Making fun of someone's voice. It's crazy. Okay. Hard tyres. Let's go. So we can push on these. 21. Grow up, right?
Okay, off we
Alright,
go.
here we go.
Race. That was a fantastic stop. Faster than we were expecting.
We got 67% battery. Don't say it. But we can push on these hards to the end, I'm pretty sure.
Pit stops. Let's go.
Look at you. Jesus, bro. You're embarrassing. Get off the stream. Once said a 12-year-old with the voice of a 40-year-old? No way. Oh wait, so nobody went out, but Ocon is very far behind, so interesting. I think he might have spun out or something. I don't want to use too much ERS. We were already in front anyway, unless Piastri goes really quick on those softs, which he will not. Yeah, I'm not bothered by that. Absolutely not bothered by people like that.
Okay, gap to the car in
I've been on this
front.
platform long enough to
5
not really
seconds.
care. You'd be surprised how many people genuinely just go on people's live streams just to hate. It's a really sad existence. Incredibly sad existence. We are ages away from Norris right now. You're 21 years old, bro. No way. No way. You act 12. Like, what part of that sentence was me
Okay,
being
mate,
scary?
we've got some clear track in front
Chill
of us,
out,
and
bro,
let's
and
make
grow
the best
up.
of it. So please make this next one a very fast lap.
21 years old, acting like you? Fucking hell. I'd be so embarrassed. That's just humiliating. You're embarrassing, bro. Alright, we are well ahead of Norris, so we gained a lot of time on that outlap then, because Norris was right behind us. Yeah, I know, the Fortnite, oh god.
Hard tyres. Car behind, running hard tyres.
It's embarrassing, bro. How do you do
Carlos is in
karting?
for his stop now.
No, but I have in the past, as in like just go-karting, I suppose,
Okay,
but
really
not
good.
actual
You hit
karting.
that target nicely. There's a long way to go in this race, so let's keep it clean.
Right, here comes Piastri. I think we actually, yeah, we gained a metric fuck ton of time. Why did they why are they prioritizing Norris, considering Piastri is leading the championship? Well, he's second in the championship behind me. Look at how much time we gained from that undercut. That is insane. Considering they were right behind us, this is literally just going to be Imola all over again. Because it's canon. I mean, I won't disagree. Piastri has somehow now ended up behind Norris. Alright, now that everybody's out, we will try and save some ERS in the usual spots that we were doing it before. Of course, we can't save as much as we were when we were defending against Piastri, because we had the privilege of being able to slow down then, because he was right behind us anyway. So, you know, and we're in a place that he wasn't going to overtake us, but now we're in a place where we want to keep them out of DRS. So we want to have as much battery as possible in case they do catch up. But we're doing fine. I like your aggression. What do you mean? I'm like the least aggressive person. Or if you're talking about the way I drive, I don't. I use way too much of the tyre. Hence why I'm on the hards around Silverstone and not the mediums. I wouldn't dare go on the mediums from softs. Tyre wear doesn't look awful though. It's looking pretty good actually. We still have about 8 laps left though, so... We are not losing time to the guys behind though. If Piastri can catch up to Norris, I think Piastri will get P2 anyway. He's on quicker tyres, and also he'll get DRS off of Norris. He's only 3/10 off of Norris now. And he's just set the fastest lap, so it's only a matter of time before he makes that move.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
This is lovely. I mean, we're pretty much doing what Sainz did last season in the Williams, where he just ran away with the win. 6 more laps before you can sleep. Hell yeah. What time is it for you? You can't be British, right? Must be really late for you. You are? How are you feeling tired at this time? I mean, that's alien to me. Alright, Norris is starting to... I think he's starting to pull on us a little bit, I'm not too sure. Alright, let's use a little bit of energy. Haven't been sleeping properly the last 4 days because of the fever. Oh man.
Gap to your teammate behind, 21.6 seconds.
Where is
Okay,
he?
so we're leading our teammate by 21.6 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. They're currently 17th place.
He
And
gained
the time
1
last
place,
lap,
bro.
1:30.8.
And Piastri hasn't overtaken Norris neither. Is it that hard to overtake around Silverstone in the game for the AI? That's insane. Albon's in P4, so Aston Martin prioritised Albon over Tsunoda. I think he's gotten past Mayer since we last checked. That's going to be Albon's best result of the season so far. That guy hating didn't last long, did he? Found out he couldn't bother me and went. What a guy. Reverse Silverstone confuses me sometimes. Mate, I love Reverse Silverstone. Way better than the actual layout.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this
Sometimes
energy.
all the corners
Okay, mate.
feel
Your lap
the
times are all
same,
over
I'm
the place
guessing?
right now. We've got to have consistency. Come on, we can do better than this.
My lap times are not all over the place. They are literally not all over the place. They have literally been consistent ever since I've been on the hards. What are you yapping about? What the hell, man? Hold on. Oh, there we go. I can see your comment now. That was weird. Yeah, what is this engineer on about, man? My laps have been really consistent. He is on the water. feel like I've got the Ferrari engineer. I feel like Piastri would have been fighting me by now if he weren't blocked by Norris. Alright, let's go. Where I got the Premium Deluxe Rainwater Confusion Package DLC. I don't like this engineer, bro. I feel like Jeff was way better in the older games. Okay, tyre wear is at 52% on the front right, so that is something to worry about a little bit. We do only have a few laps left to go though. But let's see if we can be just a little bit lighter on turn 3. There's Charles Leclerc moving up into P5. So they can overtake. I guess Piastri's just been instructed to stay behind Norris or something. There's no way Piastri has DRS and he can't overtake Norris. No way. Right, let's be a little bit more timid around here. There we go. Only lost 1% there. I don't know who that is, bro. Be a bit more careful here as well. Alright, we only lost a couple of percentages there. Not bad. Forgot to turn my ERS on. No. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn my ERS on, so we lost a bit of time there. Let's see if we can make that up. Alright, 2 more laps. 2 more laps before we take our very first race at home. Win at home. In the home race in F1 25. They are catching up, but it's not nearly enough. If Piastri had been prioritised, he would be all over us. Probably might have even won the race eventually. I don't know. Don't think I would have been able to defend against him all race. No. Well, next up is a much bigger episode. We've got Spa next, which will be the sprint and the race. And I'll be turning up the difficulty back up to 104 for that one. So that one will certainly be interesting, I think.
Really good job on hitting that target, mate. Nice work. Still a long way to go, though. Gap to your teammate behind, 27.9 seconds.
Right, final lap. Let's do this. %68 tyre wear.
Here's some information on Hulkenberg. Right, they've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring.
Yeah, long way to go, meanwhile, on the last lap. Jesus. My stick drift is happening now. Not in a big way, but you can see the wobble. Can you stop that? At least it didn't happen all the way until the last lap. That's nice. Hulkenberg out on the last lap. Swerves me to the left and kills it.
Green flag.
Well, here we go. Round the final corner. Finally, a race win at Silverstone. Let's go, man.
Mark! Yes, mate! Yes! You're a legend! That was for you, mate.
Yes. Yes!
Absolutely awesome. Just amazing, mate. Well done.
Let's go. That was for you, you idiot. There we go. Driver of the day. I don't think we ever lost first place. I think we kept it the whole time.
A great team victory today, Crofty. That's the important
First home
bit
race
here.
win and the
On home
last
soil,
of this series.
The drivers delivered, the team delivered as
I'm
well.
glad we did it
Do that in front
on the
of their
final
home
attempt.
support really means a lot to them.
Let's go. Let's fucking go. And there was no
Williams have put in an
controversy to speak
incredible
of.
Performance out on the track today. I'm so glad all the hard work of theirs has finally paid off.
Just a really straightforward race. No difficulties, no safety cars. I think Ocon might have spun out at one point in the race. Hulkenberg, of course, had the engine failure at the end. But besides that, a pretty straightforward British Grand Prix where we take the win. So, yeah, that's pretty good. So let's see where that puts us in championship order. Oh, Piastri. I think Piastri took P2. I mean, you could mention that one hater who dipped 5 seconds later. Yeah, he was not here long, was he? What a pathetic
Well,
attempt
that was
at
certainly
hate.
an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
Most people just stick around and start spamming the N-word. Literally, like... Well, most haters, anyway. Oh, no. Oh, right. I thought Piastri came from the other side, so I thought he was in P2. Yeah, that's just very weird from McLaren there, considering Piastri was leading. But, yeah, Norris gained some points on Piastri, but that's really about it. We've got a pretty healthy lead up top now. About 27 points, I think that is. That's my guess. Yeah, about 27 points, something like that. So... yeah, pretty healthy lead up top. McLaren, unfortunately, do stretch out their lead in P1 for the Constructors. So we're not winning that this season. That is unfortunate. But, yeah, that was it. That was a pretty straightforward British Grand Prix. And next up is a much bigger episode, which we'll do on Thursday, because I'm going to take a little break tomorrow, unless I get like an overwhelming urge to stream. But I do want a little bit of a break, a little bit of a night to myself, so that would be nice. But now we're up to a 96 overall after having beating Leclerc in that rivalry. He is just not going to be in the championship anymore. I say that, you know, he might have the luck that Piastri did last Grand Prix, you never know, but it doesn't look like it he doesn't look like he's going to have that luck. So I think he might be out, as we are very close to being halfway through the season. Once we have done the Spa sprint, then we are officially halfway through this final season as the tertiary wing flaps arrive. We're nearly there. We've got one more driver rating to beat Piastri in the career-defining rivalry. But the most important part is that we keep this lead in the Drivers' Championship, so we can take home the second Drivers' Championship in this series. And, leave this episode, leave this season, not just the season, but the whole series as a whole, off on a high. But guys, thank you all so much for watching. That will do for this episode. If you guys liked it, be sure to hit that like button as hard as you possibly can. Comment, share, and subscribe. I will be back on Thursday, most likely, for the next episode. Same time as usual. It will be the Belgian Grand Prix. Big episode there. The sprint and the full race. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. I'll see you guys then. Until then, though, peace.